Thank you for your question. It's a very good question. It's one of the #1 weight loss killers that I see out there. And I'm going to tell you what I did 2 different times. The first time in the unsustainable way that I lost 250 pounds and then regained it, which was an absolute nightmare. And then this last time where I have lost a total of 285 pounds now. To answer your question directly, of course, I have been in many plateaus. What people consider a plateau is not always a plateau. First of all, you haven't lost weight in 1 week or 2 weeks. You have to understand that the scale measures a heck of a lot more than body fat percentage. I know this is going to blow your mind, but never once have you ever stepped on the scale and it's told you exactly how many pounds of fat you've lost. That doesn't ever happen. That's not what it's measuring. It's measuring a lot of other things. And if you've lost fat, you've lost water in that fat as well. And there's so much more to body composition than just the fat, obviously. So using a tool that measures every single thing from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes is not going to give you a realistic fat loss result for week to week at all. So I used to chase that number like I see so many people do. I chased it and chased it and chased it. And here's what I would do. If I got to a plateau, which means I didn't lose 2 pounds that week, basically, I would cut down how much I eat. I would punish myself, beat myself up. I would exercise more than I already was, which was an extreme amount. And I continued to do that. And then, hopefully I would get that result that I wanted the next week. And if I didn't, I would continue to punish myself further and further until I got to a point where my set point was so low that the calories I needed to maintain were so low that I was basically starving myself, and at a plateau where I could not figure out how to go lower. I was already eating too little and exercising as much as I could. That's how I did it the first time. Obviously the dam broke eventually and I regained all the weight. Now, what did I do the last time that actually worked for me? Well, did I have a plateau in my last weight loss journey? Oh, I'm sure. It took me 5 years, so I am sure that I had plenty of plateaus. What did I do about them? I didn't know about them, so I didn't do anything about them because I only weighed every 1 to 2 months, which means that anytime I stalled from week to week, I was not privy to that information because that information was bad for me. It was causing me to make bad decisions. It was causing me to be even more impatient than I already was, and it was causing my results to suffer greatly and ultimately lose everything. So I decided that instead of losing everything, I'm just going to lose the scale and keep my mind. And I got rid of it. And I weighed every couple months and my weight kept going down. I was in a calorie deficit and I was moving and I was doing things I enjoy, eating things I enjoyed. And as long as my weight would go down in those every 2-month check-ins, I would just not think about that. And I can tell you from living both lives, not thinking about it, not checking in with the scale, not getting your value from the scale, not getting your progress for the week from the scale, not getting how you feel about yourself from the scale, from that number, not chasing that number, being obsessed with that number, it made the weight loss process manageable and doable. It was just more about me focused on what I was doing and my actions and finding a way to, live healthy than it was, am I going to lose 2 pounds this week? And I see it all the time. I see people all the time. It's one of the #1 things I see is, the expectations for weight loss are insane. They're not grounded in reality at all. Everybody wants super fast weight loss and nothing else is an option. And everything that gives you super fast weight loss has downsides, big ones. At the end of the day, no matter what you do, you have to learn the same principles to maintain, which is how to eat in a calorie range that will support your lifestyle forever. There isn't a pill or a surgery or wiring your mouth shut or a gym membership or anything that is going to ever do that for you. You have to figure that out on your own. And a good time to do that is when you're not looking at the scale. So that's how I dealt with it. I had no idea. And it was wonderful. It worked.